Morning everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name's Mike, and I just wanted to take this opportunity today to outline what videos I might upload in the next few weeks. I thought while the rain had stopped in Wales that I'd come down to the running track and record a bit of a video for you. I hope you enjoy it. Basically, what my plan is to do a couch to 5k beginners program. This is for myself and others if they want to take part in it. Basically, a bit of a backstory about myself is I got into running in maybe 2017, and I really enjoy it. I've done a few 10Ks, a couple of half marathons, and used to go running every day. And then unfortunately back in June I twisted my ankle really badly, and I've not been able to run properly on it since. But since it's been nearly 6 months since I did that, it's a lot better now, so I wanted to try and get back into it. And I thought, what better way than to start a YouTube channel and document my journey and hopefully inspire other people who may want to take up running or get back into running or anything like that. So I just thought I'd head down to the running track and walk around a few times just to get the feel of the track again before I start running. As I say, I want to do a couch to 5k, so I thought in this video I'd outline just the very basics, because I learned to run by doing this program as well, and I just want to say that anyone can run. So please don't listen to anyone if they say you can't run or you shouldn't run, it's not good for your knees, etc., because anybody can run. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You know, back in 2012 I came out of a bad relationship and needed to work on my fitness and started to lose a bit of weight and tone up by going to the gym, but I felt that I needed more. And then in 2016, 2017 my brother started running, and he encouraged me to come along with him, and once I'd been on a couple of runs I got the running bug, and that was it. I've been doing it since, and I was really going well in 2020 with lockdown and everything and nothing else to do, so I was running a lot. And then unfortunately, as I mentioned, in June I accidentally twisted my ankle while doing some trail running up a mountain, and it's just been a nightmare ever since, really, because I've been a bit unable to run, and I've wanted to get back into it really badly, but a lot of things have happened since, with not knowing where the country's going to be with lockdown and where I could and couldn't go running and things like that. But now I think the time is right for me to actually get back into it, so I hope you enjoy this journey with me. So with your running track, I've chosen a track to start the couch to 5k again because it's nice and flat, and you know, there's no hills, no inclines, anything like that, no nasty uneven surfaces, so it's perfect to start running on. And I think about a mile is about 3 times around the track, depending on your stride, but for me it's about a mile is 3 times around the track. So I thought I'd walk 3 times around the track today and just see how long it took me. I think at this sort of pace I'm averaging about 14-minute miles, which isn't too bad, but you know, my running speed usually is about 8-minute miles now. Well, it was. I hope to get that back. But I just thought I'd bring you guys along, and hopefully you enjoy this journey as well. So we're almost round the first lap now, and what I tend to do when I'm running around a track especially is once I've done one full lap I'll change lanes into the second lane, and that changes it up a bit for me. And also, if I've forgotten my watch or if I'm not timing myself or things like that, then I know exactly how many laps I've done if I change the lanes, so it makes it a bit easier just to keep track if you're not come prepared that day, which I do quite often. So just enjoy some of the scenery a little bit and we'll walk around. I think it'll take me about 15 minutes, not too bad. So we're coming up on the first time round now, so that's probably about 0.3 of a mile, so I'll switch to the second lane and we'll do the second lap. This track's nice and quiet. Usually there's very rarely anyone here unless there's events going on. This track is part of Bangor University, so when university's in there's a lot of events that go on here, and the schools, local schools use it as well, I believe, but normally it's nice and quiet. So I'm actually working today, but I thought I'd take an early lunch break and come down and record this video, and then at least I've done my mile or so walk for the day, and it'll get my steps up a little bit. So there we go. You can just see the Britannia Bridge over there and the A55 dual carriageway that takes you off of mainland Wales onto the Isle of Anglesey. Beautiful part of the world, North Wales, which is another reason why I thought to document this journey, because when you live in such a nice place, why not show it off a little bit? So over the next coming weeks I'll hopefully be doing a lot more videos. Some might be walking videos, hiking videos, and then I'll get myself equipped with a better camera and I'll start documenting the runs as well, and I'll do the 5k journey, and hopefully you guys can do it along with me. But just take it at your own pace, you know, don't knock yourself out too hard for the first couple of runs, because it'll take time to get into it, but I guarantee once you do it a few times you'll love it. And there's no better feeling than seeing those times come down and those miles get faster, and you know, when you can start actually seeing the results, it's fantastic. So please stick with it if you do decide to start running. I really do love it coming down here when it's nice and quiet, when it's just yourself. And you know, if I wasn't recording the video, I'd have my headphones in and it'd just be me and my music, and that'd be it. Hopefully the rain stays off. There's nice blue skies, so hopefully the rain stays off. I think I'm on for about a 14.5 minute mile at the moment, coming up to around 1.5 laps now, and I'm on 7 minutes 20, so not too bad. Maybe about 15-minute lap. But it's all about going at your own pace. You know, you can walk a 5k, you can jog a 5k, and when you feel confident enough to, you can run a 5k. And if someone had told me that I'd be able to run a 5k when I first started running, I'd have told them they were mad, because I couldn't run for toffee. You know, as I mentioned, I came out of a bad relationship in 2012 and I weighed in excess of 18 stone, and you know, it was tough to try and get back into any sort of fitness, but once I started I really enjoyed it, and there is really no better feeling than just enjoying yourself in the fresh air. And if you put off going for a run, you'll regret it, and no matter what the weather is, no matter what the conditions are, it's great to just get out and have 20 minutes, half an hour to yourself and just enjoy it. Or even join a running club and like-minded people. You go on social running events, and there's so many running events around now. Obviously this year they haven't been going, unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, but I was registered for a few different runs, but in a way I wouldn't have been able to do them anyway because I twisted my ankle so badly. But next year I hope to get back into it. I have actually registered for a virtual Santa 5k in December, where you pay £15 I think it was, and for that you get a finisher's medal and they send you the Santa suit, which is all well and good when you're running with a load of other people dressed like Santa, but I don't know how I feel doing it on my own. But maybe some people will do it with me, I don't know, but it looks a cool medal anyway. So, and again, once you get your first medal for running, my first running medal was for a beer mile, which was you had to run a mile and on the way you had to drink 4 beers. And I think normally the rules state that it's supposed to be 440ml bottles, 4 of them, and for some reason on this day in the event I went to, they didn't have the bottles, so they used pints. So I ended up actually drinking 4 pints along the way rather than 4 small bottles of, say, Budweiser or something like that. But once I got that first running medal, it was like, I can really do this. And since then I've done 10Ks, even a couple of half marathons, and you believe that if you believe in yourself, there's nothing that can stop you. There really isn't. So just keep at it. Sorry, as you can see, I switched lanes again to the third lane just to keep track of where I am. If there's any questions you guys have or anything you'd like to know, please leave it in the comments. You know, I'm not a professional runner. I'm, you know, very much an amateur runner, but I do enjoy it, and my mile times have, well, they did come down a lot. I'm hoping to get it back as soon as I can to a decent level of 7-8 minute miles. But obviously that's going to take time, but as I say, I felt if I documented it, then it gives me something to reach for, and hopefully it'll help me to see those improvements on video as well as on Strava or Garmin or any other app that I use to track the running. So if there's any videos you guys would like to see anywhere in North Wales that you'd like me to walk or run, then please give it a mention in the comments, then that'd be great. There's no shortage of nice places to run in North and Mid Wales, there really isn't, and hopefully as the weeks go on, if once lockdowns are lifted throughout the country, when things start getting a bit more back to normal, I'll be able to branch out a little bit and go a bit further, and maybe go venture into England, Scotland, head over to Ireland, who knows. Like Fisher Price, the opportunities are endless. So I think we're nearly there now. We've got about 3 minutes to go, I think, until we've done about a mile. So 3 times round, that's all it is for a mile. So when you can see that this running track, for instance, has 8 lanes, if you know you do a lap in each lane, you're pretty much done. That's pretty much a 5k done. So you can just kick back and relax then and do one more lap, and you know you've done it. And believe me, the admiration and satisfaction you do get from completing a run when you train for something like a Couch to 5k or 10k, anything, whatever your goal is, even if it's just to get around a running track a few times for the first time. You know, obviously if you don't have access to a running track, just try and pick a nice flat surface, and you know, don't push yourself too hard for the first few runs, just enjoy it. We're coming up to the end now, I think, guys, so I'll record till about 15 minutes and then I'll just say goodbye and head back up to work, which should be fun. But I'm pleased to have got out and done this, because now I can look back on it and say, yeah, I'm glad I went and recorded that, and hopefully it's the start of something really good for me personally, and I hope that someone watching gets inspired to start running and enjoys it as much as I do when I started. Then all for it. I really am all for it. Looks like it's going to rain though. Okay, so looking at my watch, that's just coming up on a mile now. It's not far off, so thanks very much for watching, guys. If you'd like to leave any suggestions or anything you'd like to see, then please just leave it in the comments, and I hope you enjoy this journey with me, and I hope to see you again on the next video. So thank you very much.